it sounds like you're saying, are making a big speculative bet if they're investing in your company's stock.
Well, I think all internet companies, the stocks are incredibly volatile, and
But even long term.
Long term, I believe that it's very easy to predict that there are going to be lots of successful companies born of the internet. They're going to have very large market caps and so on. I also believe that today, where we sit, it's very hard to predict who those companies are going to be. So you can make bets on these things, and I think that Amazon.com, if we're not one of those important, lasting companies born of the internet, we will have nobody to blame but ourselves, and that we will be extremely disappointed in ourselves. But there are no guarantees. It's very, very hard to predict. If you go back and look at the companies created by the PC revolution, in 1980, you probably wouldn't have predicted the 5 winners. The 5 biggest winners. There have been lots of winners, actually. So this space is a little different, and brand name may mean more, and there's some increasing returns kinds of things may mean more. But I believe that if you can focus obsessively enough on customer experience, selection, ease of use, low prices, more information to make purchase decisions with, if you can give customers all that, plus great customer service, and with our toys and electronics, we have a 30-day return policy. If you can do all of that, then I think you have a good chance, and that's what we're trying to do.
You're not really a pure internet company anymore either, are you? I mean, you've got millions of square feet now of real estate. You've got a huge and growing inventory of items that you keep in stock.
We do whatever.
And you've got thousands and thousands of employees now.
Yeah, we have over 3,000 employees and over 4 million square feet of distribution center space. And those are things I'm very, very proud of, because with that distribution center space and half a dozen distribution centers around the country, it allows us to get product close to customers so that we can ship it to customers in a very timely way, which improves customer service levels. That's what we're about. If there's one thing Amazon.com is about, it's obsessive attention to the customer experience, end to end. And that's what those distribution centers are.
But you're not a pure internet play.
It doesn't matter to me whether we're a pure internet play. What matters to me is, do we provide the best customer service? Internet, schminternet, that doesn't matter.
We're living in a crazy fucking time, man. We can find videos of the richest man in the world from over 20 years ago when he was initially starting his company, and hear his vision and to see where it is today. No time in the history of the world has this been available. He said some crazy shit in this video. You need to stay locked in and watch this, because he talked about the 5 companies in the PC revolution. We ain't gonna talk about them. A lot of them ain't really around like that no more. We gonna talk about the 5 companies that have won the internet revolution. I'm gonna break down all 5 of them so you can be aware of it, and then we can see what's gonna happen next in the future. You like that type of content? Click like right now, click share, write comments, follow, subscribe. Stay locked in. My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond. My name is Dorian from Group82Music.com, and right here we got Jeff Bezos talking about his plan to build Amazon in 1999. I'm gonna get straight to it. These are the 5 companies that have dominated the internet. How are we gonna categorize and quantify these companies? We're gonna do this by market cap and based on what they sell. What is market cap? I'm gonna make this as simple as possible. So all you finance gurus who wanna argue in the comments when it really isn't like that and you need to carry the one, suck them. Anyway, I'm gonna try to make this as easy as possible. All these companies are public. When they're public, that means there's stock that are available. Companies are allowed to issue pretty much as much stock as they want. It's up to them. There are rules and regulations, but whatever. To figure out someone's market capitalization, what you do is you take the number of stock that's available and you multiply it by their stock price, and that is what their company is worth. So let's say that there was 1,000 shares of stock available for a company, and that stock was trading at $1 a share. 1,000 times $1 means your market capitalization is $1,000. That's essentially what your company is worth. All of these companies are worth a shit ton more than $1,000. Their market caps are crazy. About to get right into it. Who has won the internet? One, Facebook. Facebook was founded in February 2004. How do I remember that? Because I was in college. That was right after the Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson Titty Bowl, and Facebook was for college students. They start off with the Ivy League schools, and then I think school number 9 or 10 was my school, Indiana. So we got Facebook very, very, very early, like at a time where you could delete people's whole walls and profile. I mean, it was the wild, wild west. We didn't really know what it was. We thought it was all fun and games. We didn't realize they were gonna become this media behemoth that they become today. Facebook owns probably the most popular app on social media, Instagram. They also own WhatsApp, which I know a lot of Americans don't use it, but around the world, WhatsApp is the shit. And go look at what Facebook bought WhatsApp for. I wanna say it was around $20 billion, if I'm not mistaken, which is fucking insane. Facebook was not the first to the party. MySpace, Friendster, Black Planet were the first to the party, but Facebook figured out they had a value proposition. They kind of made it exclusive, kind of like how Clubhouse is doing right now with their bullshit. You had to have a college email address, and they wanted to make the experience of college online, and everybody was sharing all their information. I'm a liberal, I'm a conservative, I'm single, I'm in a relationship. It's complicated. Hit like, poll, share, favorite team, height, race, religion, and it was like you filled out this survey about yourself, but they were keeping all them data points, and they used those data points to advertise to you. That's why Facebook and Instagram ads are so accurate. They know everything about you. Even if you don't tell them directly through those surveys or filling out your profile, they know based on how you type, because they have trillions of lines of code at this point, based on how you type, based on how you comment, based on the content you engage with, that they can put certain ads in front of you that you will engage highly with, because based on your personality type, your cluster, what they have identified through all their data, you're probably gonna buy from that company, which is why ads kill it for fucking Facebook. As of January 1st, 2021, Facebook's market cap was $780 billion. By far the most powerful company in the world, and advertising is 98.5% of their revenue. So when y'all talk about Instagram just for sharing photos and meeting friends, no, it's not. Instagram is for getting ads. Facebook literally survives off of ads. They're almost worth $1 trillion because of ads. So if you want to market your company, you know where you need to go. Number 2, Apple. We all know Apple. Founded by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, I want to say in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. They essentially invented the personal computer. Steve Wozniak, also known as Woz, he doesn't get enough credit. This motherfucker literally invented like the personal computer. Like he's that dude. He's still alive, walking around. Now I know all you tech geeks, actually this dude, no, Woz is the dude. Give him his fucking credit. It's Woz. Right now, Apple's market cap is $2.2 trillion. They are worth $2 trillion. And I've told y'all before about Apple. For the longest, they were just a hardware company, and their computers were clunky, and they were just for designers and for super nerdy motherfuckers. Like during the PC revolution, like Jeff Bezos was talking about, Apple was getting their ass beat. There were schools that had Apple labs, but in my middle school, West Lane Middle School, Indianapolis, we hated going to the Apple lab. Then they had that era where they had like the orange computer and purple and the blue. Them shits was ugly, man. Fired Steve Jobs. He went to Pixar, built up Pixar, made Toy Story, came back, got his company back. He introduced the iPhone, he introduced the MacBook, he introduced the iPad, and they have not looked back. Their branding has been insane. Apple is a company that I don't see them losing in any capacity in the next 30 to 40 years. So if you're looking for something to tie yourself to, I'm not a financial advisor. It's your money, you know the risk. It's like Apple's a pretty safe bet. Number 3, Amazon. Jeff Bezos is the main clip of this video. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world. Amazon is e-commerce. They basically have replaced the post office. For a lot of y'all that don't know, Amazon started off as just an online bookstore. They just wanted to be able to sell books. That's it. Any book you want in the world, you can get it from Amazon.com. And then he pivoted. He pivoted from books to consumer products to now fucking everything. And a lot of people don't know this too. Amazon was not profitable for almost, I think, up until 2013, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 2014, around that time, because Jeff Bezos was taking the money that he was making and he was just reinvesting into the company. Research development, research development, research development, research development. If you go back and look at the richest people in the world's list on Forbes, Bezos is on there, but there are a lot of people that are sitting ahead of him. And all of a sudden, once he made a decision like, you know what? We're not gonna put as much money into research and development now. What we're gonna do, we're gonna keep that cash on us. When you keep that cash on you and it's your earnings reports, you let your investors know how much cash you have in the company, gets people excited, makes them want to buy the stock. And that's why in the past 4 or 5 years, we've seen this Amazon boom. They've been doing what they've been doing, but now it's like, boom, got Amazon Prime, you can deliver for Amazon, got these distribution centers that he's talking about. I mean, Amazon is literally probably, in my opinion, the most powerful company in the world. Because if Amazon stopped shipping shit, it would fuck a lot of us up. But as you can see, they're intertwined with Apple and with Facebook. All these companies work together. As of of January 1st, 2021, Amazon's market cap is $1.63 trillion. But that's another company that's completely dominated the internet over the past 20 years. Number 4 is an entertainment platform that we've all used, and a lot of us don't even give them any money directly, but we still use it. It's Netflix. Netflix had a really, really weird idea. At a time when people had VHS tapes, DVD, video games, hard, physical, tangible products, they approached the biggest player in the rental entertainment space, Blockbuster, and they told them, hey, we think people are gonna start watching movies and television, playing video games on the internet. We have the technology for that. Do you guys wanna invest in us? Blockbuster said, fuck off. Why? Because Blockbuster was fucking killing it. Making it a Blockbuster night was a slogan. You could go there, you get your movies, get your video games, popcorn, candy. They had pizza coupons, go get pizza somewhere. They had porn in like that special section, that adult education section. They was killing it. And they were in good with the studio. Universal, Warner, Sony. You heard of them before on this channel, right? The record label. So because Blockbuster was in so good with them, they didn't want to fuck up that relationship. They had a monopoly. These movies were going to go to the theaters. They were going to do amazing in the theaters. You were going to have to send the movie to Blockbuster so people could rent it from us, and we were going to make a shit ton on the rentals. They couldn't lose. They couldn't fucking lose. And then they fucking lost. Why? Because the internet. Just like people start stealing music, they start stealing movies. Instead of getting in front of it and adapting like Apple did with iTunes, which I failed to mention in the Apple segment, they were trying to fight it. You can't fight the internet. You gotta adapt, you gotta move with it. And Netflix kept growing and growing and growing, and Blockbuster got smaller and smaller and smaller. And then for some reason, during the VHS DVD transition, it took them a while to get all those VHSs out and bring the DVDs in. That fucked up while people were still stealing movies. And then you got these physical locations, you're laying off employees, internet's going crazy, more on-demand content, YouTube comes out, next thing you know, Blockbuster's fucking gone. Now, Netflix is essentially the new Blockbuster, right? Nah, what they do? We can battle Warner, we can battle Universal, we can battle Sony, we can make our own original content because Netflix had cash. So since they had cash from all those subscriptions and data and advertising money, they started funding and overpaying for content from these A-list actors, giving them their own shows, giving people their own Netflix specials. And now look at them. They're a fucking behemoth. They're a beast. As of January 1st, 2021, Netflix's market cap is $238 billion. Netflix story is amazing because Blockbuster completely tricked that shit off. And finally, number 5, we all use this every day. I preach them to the holy heavens. I'm on one of their platforms right now. If you're watching this video, Google. Once again, going back to the browser war. Y'all don't really remember the browser wars like that, where it was Netscape versus web crawler versus Microsoft Explorer. Y'all remember that because all y'all got now is Chrome and Safari. Y'all spoiled as shit. But there was a search engine war too. And it was very difficult to find the shit you want on the internet. Yahoo, Ask Jeeves, I mean, it was some shitty ass search engines. When Google came out with their algorithm, where they basically mine the internet and focus on keywords and articles or on web pages, and they assume because if that word was on all those web pages, that's a site you're probably going to want to go to. When they figured that shit out, they killed the game. In addition to their pay-per-click, the same way Facebook gets 98% of their revenue from ads, Google does too. Neither Facebook nor Google invented that shit. Yahoo invented that shit. But Yahoo didn't protect it because Yahoo was some fucking pussies. Yahoo was some bitch ass niggas. And now look at it. Yahoo's damn near done. And Google's market cap is $1.1 trillion. 70% of their revenue comes from ads. So in 2019, Google made $160 billion off of ad revenue. This is something Yahoo could have stopped, but they did. And what did Google do? They went and bought other shit. They bought YouTube. They bought Waze. They invented the Android to battle Apple's iPhone. Google is making money hand over fist. So if you are someone, like I said about Apple, looking to tie yourself to something, then Google's probably a safe bet too. My opinion, these are the 5 companies that have completely dominated the internet. The acronym for them is FANG, F-A-A-N-G. It was created by Jim Cramer, who's on CNBC, Mad Money. He's been on it for a very long time. Like I said, when it comes to investing, I'm not no investor. I ain't no financial advisor. I ain't none of that shit. I'm not no investor for other people. I'm an investor for myself. I got my money tied to these companies because I don't see them going any fucking where. So if you're somebody that's looking to get a come up in the stock market, I wholeheartedly believe y'all need to tie yourself to these companies. Outside of Apple, none of these companies were really the first to the market. They all were kind of knockoffs of everybody else. They weren't the first ones to invent their shit, but they made their shit the best. They made their shit the most user-friendly. Like Jeff Bezos said, they had the best customer experience. So if you're somebody who's looking to start an internet company or any company in general, this is paramount. You gotta have the best customer experience. It was a long ass video. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Little different content. I hope it kind of gave you an idea about the 5 companies. If there's any other companies that you think really are kicking ass right now, internet-wise, and they have a crazy market cap, write in the comments. I want to know. Y'all want more content like this? Let me know. I'm down to do this shit. I read about this all the time. You need help building your company up? You on Instagram, click the link up top. You on YouTube, click the link in the box. Not the pond. Y'all stay true. Scroll. 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 Group82music.com